Okay. Hello. I'm Alyssa B. This is actually my first time streaming on the main stream for TPES, and welcome to the stream. Tonight you are joining us for two matches on stream. First up, we are starting with the Crystal Division match, which is GC 2 and above, with Midwest Mafia ROAB versus the band panel. Currently, Midwest Mafia ROAB is 1-0, and the band panel are 0-1. This is currently week 2 of our regular season. Looks like we have the band panel already in our lobby waiting. Last week I actually casted a match between the band panel and who was it? Let me see who it was real quick, because I don't even remember. I cast way too many matches, honestly, at this point. It was R&M Supremacy, and it turned out to be a 3-1 game in series for R&M Supremacy, taking it against the band panel. Looks like we are going to have Swanky Bacon 3 and Red Nova Ultimate in here for the band panel, and looks like we have Nate and Belle in here for Midwest Mafia. Let me get this transitioned over to the actual stream. Okay. I hope everyone is having a good week so far. I mean, we are now Thursday. Okay, we have players joining. Once again, we have Midwest Mafia ROAB on the blue side and band panel on orange. We have Swanky getting that first kickoff. She's demoed though. Nate's gonna take a touch, send that up to the wall. Belle's gonna take a touch there, take it around the wall, and try and take it toward the band panel side. That's up high. Nate is gonna be back and try and send it back and put pressure on the band panel. Belle is putting it back, trying to get a shot there, and that's in for Belle! This is actually Belle's first match being on Midwest Mafia ROAB. They just had to do a last-second roster change to make sure that there wasn't a forfeit for this match. So, Belle's coming up very strong. That's going to go to the ROAB side of the field. Nate's going to take a touch, though, and air dribble it. That's going to be a pie. Is he going to double? Yes, he does! Midwest Mafia ROAB is coming out swinging. We have Nate and Swanky on the kickoff. Looks like Red Nova's going to go back and grab that back boost. Belle is going to try and carry it. And that's just right past Red Nova. Belle gets another goal. Just unfortunate positioning for Red Nova Ultimate there. This kickoff, we have Red Nova and Belle on the kickoff. That's going to go towards the band panel side of the field. Nate is going to follow. That's going to go towards Swanky. Swanky doesn't hit, though. Red Nova booms it out towards the Mafia ROAB side. And that's going to roll up the wall, roll around the corner as well. Swanky is getting bumped. And looks like Belle tries to get another shot. Unable to getting on target there. Nate taking a touch. Swanky is doing everything she can to try and get it out of there. That Red Nova's able to connect with the ball there. Nate pops it up. Looks like it's going towards the wall. Red Nova gonna take a shot. Belle's able to deny that though. Nate doing a musty there, and Red Nova just sends it right back. Swanky is trying to keep it around the midfield, trying to keep the pressure on and keep the ban panel in this game. We have 3 minutes left. There's a lot of time for the ban panel to adjust. Red Nova pops the ball up. That's going to go up. Looks like Red Nova tries to get the ball closer to the net. Not actually shooting it, though. Bell's going to take a touch. Red Nova's going to follow that. Send that up high. Nate sends it right back. Red Nova getting a goal. The first goal for the ban panel. Looks like Red Nova and Bell are on the kickoff. Nate's going to take that back boost and follow. That goes over Swanky. And that's not in. Swanky's grabbing that back corner boost. Able to connect with the ball. Nate's going to be able to touch it before Red Nova can. Bell popping it up. Trying to pass to Nate. That's going to be in. We have a 4-1 game, already in game 1. Red Nova and Bell are on the kickoff. Nate's going to grab the midfield boost. Bell's going to go back and grab the back corner. Nate is in the air carrying. And that's top right bins for Nate. Nate with the hat trick now. Going 3 for 6, 50% shooting percentage. Red Nova just not able to get that out of there. Swanky and Bell gonna actually Red Nova and Bell go for that. Nate's gonna take a touch. Swanky's getting bumped by Bell. Red Nova sends that right back. Bell's able to make it go off target though. Nate takes a touch. Swanky able to send it to the corner. That's going to go around the midfield. And that's another goal for Bell. We could very well at least see Brazil happen for a little bit in the series. Nate and Swanky are on the kickoff. Nate wins that and is taking that into the ban panel side. Looks like Red Nova's able to take that and put that back into their own corner though. Bell beats him. Nate getting bumped. Not able to get to the ball in time. That's back in the ban panel's corner. That's going towards Red Nova Ultimate. That's off. That's high. Hello, my boss Citrus. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning into this match. That's going to go up the midfield wall. We have 1 minute remaining of game 1. And that is our Brazil. .45 seconds remaining in game 1. Red Nova and Bell on the kickoff. Nate's gonna follow. Bell's gonna take that up high. Red Nova blocks it though. 30 seconds remaining for game 1 of our series. Red Nova's gonna try and take it back to gain a second goal. Unfortunately, just not able to connect with the net there. That's gonna hit the ceiling. Bell's taking in the corner. Red Nova's trying to follow. Looks like Nate's trying to get a pass. That's off, and that's in! The 7-point goal differential is definitely rough for the band panel. This is not what you want to see. And hello, Nerda RL. Welcome to the stream. Red Nova and Bell on the kickoff. Nate's gonna go up the wall, taking that midfield boost. That's going to the ceiling. And that's going towards the band panel's net. Red Nova able to get the touch and get it out. And 0-second goal. Bang for Bell. And with Midwest Mafia ROAB, it takes game 1. Bell has 5 goals, 2 assists, 1 save, 6 shots. Nate has 4 goals, 1 assist, 8 shots. On the band panel side, we have 1 goal from Red Nova, 4 saves, 2 shots. Swanky, unfortunately, with 0 all across the board. We are taking game 2 to Neo Tokyo. Okay. And we are back. Players are ready to join. Let's hear in chat who you are rooting for to win this match. Red Nova and Bell actually fakes that kickoff, giving the band panel the free goal. Red Nova Ultimate able to take that all the way because Bell looks like they fake that kickoff and just don't go for the ball, unfortunately. Red Nova and Nate on the kickoff. That's going to go towards Swanky. Swanky going up the wall in the corner. Swanky's still fouling that. Looks like it's going to go towards Bell, but Bell doesn't connect well with the ball. Nate fouling. Wall dashing right there. And that's going right back to Midwest Mafia's net, but Bell able to take that out of there. Red Nova able to send it in though and connect. A completely different game we are seeing than game 1. Nate and Red Nova on the kickoff. Looks like Nate and Bell will actually go for Midwest Mafia. Nate's gonna take that to the corner of the band panel side. Red Nova able to get that 100 boost. And Swanky able to take that out. Bell's gonna send it up high. That is saved by Red Nova Ultimate. Nate's trying to get back in. That's in. Over Swanky. We have a 2-1 game. 4:06 left in game 2. Bell and Swanky on the kickoff. Nate's gonna foul, taking that to the midfield, grabbing that 100 boost. Nate's gonna be up. Red Nova there to defend. Nate trying to get over and gets that next touch. Tying up the game. .56 remaining. Swanky and Bell on the kickoff. That's going to go towards the band panel's net. Bell able to get it in. Red Nova just not able to get back in time. Bell and Swanky on the kickoff. That Bell's gonna try and go up the wall and grab that 100. Yes, they do. Red Nova sends it to the midfield. Following it still. Looks like they're trying to carry it. Nate getting a touch there. Swanky behind him. Great positioning. That's going to the band panel's corner. Nate's gonna boom it back. Red Nova not able to touch. That's up high. That's at the backboard. Swanky able to take that to the corner a little bit. Bell is at the ceiling and try and get another shot. The whiff there from Swanky, unfortunately. But it would not be Rocket League if you do not see whiffs, honestly. Swanky able to connect with the ball there. Red Nova and Swanky both going for it. Red Nova trying to take it back. Bell trying to get it, but Red Nova being successful on their attempt. We have a tied game at 3-3. This game, you really do not know who's going to end up winning. That's going to go kick off with Nate and Red Nova. Nate's going to send it up. Swanky able to get a touch. Swanky sending it right back. Nate with the save. Nate's going to do a little bit of air dribble action. Red Nova with another save, and that's right back towards the band panel's net. Nate trying to take it up and try and keep it in position. Bell's gonna go for a touch there. Maybe a double. Okay, that's respectable. Nate and Red Nova on the kickoff. That's gonna go towards the Mafia ROAB side. Bell with the save right out the gates. Swanky sending it right back. Bell able to connect back with the ball. That's a boom and a half. That's past Swanky. That's towards the band panel's net, and we have a 5-3 game now in game 2. Bell and Swanky on the kickoff, able to kill the ball. Nate's going to take it back to their own corner and gain control. That's going to be over Swanky. Red Nova going to be back, able to touch that ball though. Bell able to touch that. Swanky's just going to boom that. Bell able to get a touch there and send it off target. Bell is going to carry it. You're seeing Nate shoot. Nate doesn't score. Bell's also denied as well. Bell's trying to keep control. Nate takes it right back to the band panel side. That's off the backboard. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute for potentially the band panel to get those 2 goals and come back and tie things up. I mean, it is believable that they can do it. Looks like Red Nova is going to go for it. Hesitates a little bit, getting bumped. But Swanky booms it right back. There's Bell taking it to the band panel side. Red Nova demos Nate. That's going to go back to the band panel side. Swanky defending. Not able to get the bump on Nate before Nate's able to send it. But it doesn't do anything, so it's perfectly fine. And looks like we are looking at a 2-0 lead in the series so far. that takes Midwest Mafia ROAB to match point. Nate had 3 goals, 1 save, 6 shots. Bell had 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 saves, 9 shots. 15 shots between the two. Red Nova on the band panel had 3 goals, 5 saves, 4 shots. Swanky had 3 saves and 2 shots. Okay, there's that. DFH for game 3. Okay. The players are joining and ready to get game 3 underway. Just a reminder, this is a match point for Midwest Mafia ROAB. If the band panel doesn't do anything now, then they will be going into week 3 with a 0-2 record. Swanky's unfortunately demoed. And Red Nova coming out the gate with the goal. Bell and Swanky on the kickoff there. That's going to go over the midfield wall. Nate's going to take that to the corner, grabbing that 100 boost. Looks like Red Nova's going to challenge. Bell's going to be front post to defend that. And boom that. That's going towards the band panel's net, and that's in the net as well. Stay tuned at 9 p.m. for our next match for the Ruby division. It is C3 to GC1 between the Vipers and Azure. Vipers are 0-1, and Azure is 1-0 going into week 2. Red Nova ultimate and Nate on that kickoff. Looks like Nate's going to follow. Red Nova trying to get to that 100 to have something. Bell's on 0 boosted dream, grabs that 100, but they're fine. That's going to... Nate actually does connect with that. Red Nova able to send that off target. Swanky getting an awkward touch there. Red Nova just not in a good position for defending. Swanky, though, picking up the slack. That's going to go up. Swanky's going to send it off target, unfortunately. Bell sending it right back. There's to Nate. Looks like that's going to go in. Is that an own goal? Okay. Unfortunately, Red Nova finished it. We're looking at Midwest Mafia being in the lead 2-1 right now against the band panel. Red Nova's going to go up the wall to challenge Nate. Swanky there to stop it, putting it in reverse. Bell going up the wall. That's to the right. Bell's half flipping back. Able to challenge Red Nova. Taking their time on 1 boost in a dream. Swanky grabbing that 100. Swanky's able to take it to the midfield. Nate's going to take a touch there. That's a pie. That's still not in. But Bell there to pick up the ball from their teammate and finish the shot. Making it a 3-1 game now in game 3. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. We have Red Nova and Nate on the kickoff. That's going to go towards Swanky. Swanky not grabbing the midfield. Actually, Nate grabs it instead. Nate able to defend that, send that off. Goes up the wall. Red Nova sending it towards the band. Actually, wrong net. My bad. Nate sending it towards the band panel's net. And Nate getting another goal. Actually, that is Nate's first goal this game. Nate and Red Nova on the kickoff. That's gonna hit the ceiling and come back down. That's to Swanky. Is that gonna roll in? Nate just not able to stop that. 4-2. 2:49 left. Bell and Swanky on the kickoff. Nate tries to get a touch there. Actually sends that in. Bell is 3 for 4 right now. With 2 assists. Nate was the one who scored that though. 5-2. Red Nova and Nate on the kickoff. Swanky sending it to the Midwest Mafia ROAB corner. Red Nova sending it up high. Swanky not able to connect with the pass. That's going to stay in the Midwest Mafia territory. Now that's going towards band panel side. Swanky able to take a big boom on that. Nate trying to get a touch. Bell trying to send it back. Nate up high. Able to get the second touch on that. Swanky and Bell on the kickoff. That's going to go towards Midwest Mafia ROAB. Nate's going to take that to the band panel side. Bell challenging. That's going to go to Swanky. Swanky gets it up high. Nate able to deny that though, and deny that opportunity even. Bell sending it right back. Looks like Nate tries to get a touch there. Red Nova trying to foul, actually challenging that. Off target, off the post. Red Nova tries to finish that. Bell saves it. Nate not able to connect with the ball. Red Nova sending it back to Midwest Mafia side. Swanky sending it up high. And off the post from Nate. Nate sending it up the ceiling. We have 1:18 left. That's going to roll up. Swanky demoing Nate. Red Nova is taking it back. Nate just not able to recover from that demo fast enough. We have a 6-3 game now. Red Nova and Nate on the kickoff, able to kill the ball. Bell's going to take it up the wall. Red Nova grabbing that corner boost. That's going to go to Nate. That's going to go to band panel's corner. Nate's going to follow that. That's going to be up high. Red Nova not able to get another touch. Swanky, though, able to defend. The pinch off the wall. And Red Nova not able to connect with that as well. Bell just booming it back into band panel territory. Swanky gonna take a touch there. That's towards Midwest Mafia's net. Nate able to get the save. 26 seconds remaining. Game 3. 3-point differential. That is in for Bell. That makes it a 4-point differential. We are looking at 7-3 right now in Game 3. Looks like Swanky is mad that that shot was saved. Nate and Red Nova on the kickoff. That's a boom and a half. That's going to go up to the ceiling. Nate still able to get a touch. And that's right back to the band panel's net with 10 seconds remaining, extending the lead to 5. Nine seconds remaining. Swanky able to get a touch. That's going to go up the wall. Bell is going to take that. That's up high. Midwest Mafia ROAB takes the series. Looks like we unfortunately don't have stats for that. We have about 30 minutes until our next scheduled game. So I'm just gonna, I guess, hold on, let me do this. Okay. It's Vipers and Azure is the next match. I'm gonna grip the replays, Nate. I got it. That's just the pre-made ball chasing that I saved. I'm literally gonna do it right now. I was just trying to get something up on the screen for the next match. And no problem, Nate, anytime. This actually was my first match casting on mainstream. Okay. Team 2. Okay, so next game is Vipers and Azure. Okay, there's the Vipers logo. There's that needs to be smaller. Oops. I'm just gonna guesstimate because I can't see anything, and hopefully it works. Okay. We are back for our second match of the night. Okay, I know my volume is working. Jeez. We are here for a Ruby Division match, which is Champ 3 to GC 1. That is our second out of our 3 divisions. And we have a match between the Vipers and Azure. Vipers are 0-1 and Azure is 1-0. Looks like Azure is currently at 3-0 for games, and Vipers are 2-3 to be exact. On the Viper side, we have Nox, Fate, and Acronix. On Azure, we have the Jakes and NASA. Okay, how do I get chat back on? There we go. Whew. Let me join this while I'm at it. Just because I realized I wasn't even in there. Definitely helps. I realized I wasn't in the main TPES Discord server, so oops. Okay, Snicks. Synix? Is that how is Acronix? Okay. Let me write that down on my notepad so I know. Thank you, Nox. That always confuses me when players have the different names. Just a reminder, this is Season 1 of the TPES 2's League. This is Week 2 of the regular season. We have our Crystal Division, which is GC2 and above. Ruby, which is C3 to GC1, and our lowest division, which is Sapphire, C1 to C2. We have some teams below those ranks, though. Okay. Another thing that you can do is also check out the Backboard podcast that we are doing recaps each week on a podcast on YouTube. So definitely check that out. I'm posting the link to that in the chat. That is our recap episode for week 1. So definitely shout out to everyone at TPES who even made that podcast happen. I just personally joined the media team this week. Actually, a majority of what I've casted this week, even on my own channel, has been TPES. Because tomorrow I'm doing matches, which will be on my own main channel. I know that Swanky said that someone's going to be streaming on here as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys go into the weekend with a wonderful weekend. Right now I have a lot of free time on my hands. I run my schedule around what I'm doing online. 6:53 right now. It means we are getting closer and closer. 7 minutes until our kickoff time. Over the weekend, I honestly need to do some reorganizing at my desk and make things easier for myself here. And figure out where my other Xbox controller is, but I'm here on that one. I'm using my PS5 controller and I'm functioning, not playing as good as I feel like I normally would with the Xbox because I'm used to that. But let's hear in chat what controllers you guys prefer, or are you a KBM player? I definitely prefer my Xbox One controller personally. It's taking me a little bit of getting used to get used to the PS5 controller again. What was I mentioned? Friday at 10:30? Can I? Hold on. Whoop. Time to grab another match. Looks like tomorrow I'm doing 3 matches. I will personally be handling the 10:30 match for Ruby Division. What else? 8 p.m. I start out with the Titans and Team Gifted at 8. Then Sapphire for Infamous Steve Tempest and Dynasty Worms at 9, and then 10:30. So yeah, I have a full lineup tomorrow night. Looks like Nox and Acronics are in here. We have 4 minutes until game time. We are currently waiting for Azure, which would consist of NASA and the Jakes. We have the Vipers in here though. Once again, a reminder, Vipers are on 1, Azure is 1-0. We are in week 2 of the regular season. And there are 15 minutes after the kickoff time for the other team to show up. Looks like we have NASA and the Jake in here. Let's see if Jake's back in here. Go. There we go. There's, okay, NASA, Jake, Nox. There's a Chronix. I'm really gonna have to remember that Sonix is a Chronix. The Chronix takes a touch. There's NASA off the wall. Already taking that towards the Viper's net. Nox able to deny that though. Looks like Jake's gonna send it right back. NASA's gonna go and boom that out to the midfield. Chronix taking it to Azure's side. Nox is gonna try and get a shot on. Unfortunately, just not able to get past NASA. Jake is gonna boom it. That's high. Chronix able to save it. That is gonna go towards Azure's net. And NASA is dead. Nox sending it back towards Azure's side. Chronix sending it right back. That's high. And Nox is demoed by NASA. NASA's gonna show us their good ball control skills. Nox is gonna take it to the wall. Jake trying to bait Nox up for it. That's gonna stay around the midfield. Viper's Chronix is gonna try and take that and shoot that. NASA able to deny it for Azure. That was going towards Azure's net. NASA able to push that out. Chronix able to backflip and take that right back. That's just in for our Chronix. There is our first goal of game 1. That's gonna go towards Jake. NASA taking it up. Chronix off the backboard. And NASA scoring, tying up the game with 3:20 left in game 1. Thank you to everyone tuning in. This is a Ruby Division match, GC3 to GC1. Chronix able to get a touch. There's Nox popping it up, sending it to the ceiling. NASA trying to get a denial. Chronix booming it right in. 3:12 remaining game 1. And both teams have shown us promising things as well to start things off. Nox and NASA on the kickoff. That's gonna go towards the Azure side of the field. That's going, looks like that's gonna roll in, unfortunately. That is unfortunate. But if you're a Vipers fan, you are gonna want things like that to happen. Jake and Chronix on the kickoff. Nox is going to go back. And that's off the post and in the net. 3-2. That's going to stay around the midfield. That's a denial from NASA. That's going towards Azure's net. That's dangerous. Shake is gonna flick that and try and get a shot. Nox able to send it off though. That's gonna go to Viper's corner. Chronix following. Jake trying to get the shot. That's in. That's a 3-3 equalizer. Okay, we have NASA and Nox on the kickoff. Looks like Chronix is going to send that towards the Azure net. Shake is going to follow, but Shell try Nox. Chronix in the corner waiting. Not grabbing that 100 boost because they have enough. Nox. Okay. Looks like Chronix is going to take a touch. That's past Shake. NASA. Able to get a touch. Nox is sending that towards Azure's net. That's going to the midfield. Shake tries the challenge shot. Nox is waiting in the corner. Nox goes off the wall and follows. NASA able to get a challenge on that. Chronix booms it. Jake trying to keep control here. Chronix taking it out of their side. Looks like Jake trying to keep possession. NASA's thankfully back to boom that. That's going towards Chronix. Chronix grabs that back corner boost. And Nox takes a touch. Nox goes off the wall with it. We have 48 seconds remaining, 3-3 game, and that's in for Chronix. Vipers are in the lead. We have Chronix and Jake on that kickoff. Looks like NASA's gonna follow that. But Nox takes a touch. Nox still trying to send it. 30 seconds remaining. NASA demos Nox. Shake carrying it down the field. Popping it up. Disconnected. Not sure what's going on. This is Rocket League, folks. I'm really not sure what happened here. We got kicked out. Okay, I guess let's rejoin. Unable to find server, lovely. Oh, server crash. That's rough. I'm gonna try and figure that out. Let's tag Swanky in here. Yeah, that ball was definitely in my opinion, but I just want an admin call on this. Of course the first stream's not going to go perfect. Oh man. My bad, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay. Let me go reread the rule book again. But no one was still in the game. Oh man. Let me put a ticket as well. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. I made a ticket for it too. Hopefully someone sees it. I mean, this is where... I guess if you guys want to do 36 seconds left. Okay. That the 4-4 counts the goal that at the disconnection. Am I correct? Okay. So actually I can. Hold on. It won't show in game for you guys. I think I can. Hold on. In borrow I can do it. Where's manual? I'm having a brain fart. Where is it? I know there's a manual option. Option. What the heck? Okay, so can we just let the game time run down, I think is what we're gonna have to do. And you guys are literally gonna have to join at 36 seconds. That's literally... Okay, same lobby info. So 4-4, 30 seconds. Just... Okay. That's up to both of your teams to agree on that. Okay, yeah, I can set it to 2 minutes. Yeah, let me do that. Just leave and I'll reset it and do the private match like that. I forgot mutators were a thing. I could probably set it to... I completely had a brain fart, honestly. Match length... Oh, shit. Yeah, 5 minutes is literally it. That's unfortunate. Well. Yeah, just run down the clock. And then at 36, we will actually get started. Make sure to get the 4 goals to tie it up, though, for each of your sides, though. Okay. Get the 4th goal at 36 seconds exactly, so that it gives it a proper kickoff start. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I'm so sorry that this happened. This is Rocket League being Rocket League, of course. Car tower? Sure. Yeah, after 3 to 4, do a car tower. Oh, man. Well, I can guarantee none of us thought that this match is going to go this way. To those of you just tuning in, we had technical difficulties on our first game. So we are currently trying to kill the clock to get it back to the 36 seconds that it was to get the 4-4 game in game 1. Tomorrow is going to definitely be the most I've casted though, because I'm going from 7 to 10? Well, actually no, like 11:30. All TPES matches. There's our 4 to 3. Now they're just gonna kill time and wait for the 36 seconds to get it. At 36 seconds to get that last goal and to tie it up so that we have a proper kickoff. Looks like they are starting to form a car tower. Oh, and Jake bumps him out of it. This is gonna be a long 33 minutes. Okay. We have 2:37 left. The demo from Nox. Okay, we're at 158. We're getting closer and closer to that 36-second mark. We are literally a minute away before gameplay resuming. A little over 30 seconds. Okay, we are at 56 seconds. We are getting closer. 36 seconds. The fourth goal will be scored by Azure. Okay, score. There we go. Now we have a game. Now we have a game. Fingers crossed, no more server errors for the rest of the night. Please. Chronix and Jake on that kickoff. That's gonna go to NASA. Chronix demos NASA. 30 seconds remaining. Nox is gonna take a touch. That's gonna go up. That is going back to Azure's side. We have 22 seconds remaining in game 1. Jake demos Nox. Jake connects with the pass. That doesn't go on target though. NASA taking a touch. 10 seconds remaining. Looks like we could be seeing an OT. Nox trying to take it back. Nox demoed by Jake. Chronix getting a touch. Still not enough to get in the net though. We are at OT in game 1. Nox sending it right towards the Azure net. That's gonna go up the wall on Azure's corner, going towards the Viper's side. Jake goes up and is carrying it. Nox able to keep it at the midfield. NASA sending it right back. Chronix sending it up. Nox not connecting with the pass. Jake able to send it off target. NASA popping it up. Chronix taking it around the wall. Jake going off the back wall and booming it out to the center field. Nox getting shot defended by Jake. Chronix is going to send a shot and that's saved by Jake. Jake is credited with the savior here. That's going to go around the corner. NASA's going to send that back. We are already a minute over overtime. Chronix trying to get the shot. Jake able to send it that to the corner. Chronix getting a shot. That's up high. Chronix scoring the winning goal for the Vipers in game 1. Woo. We are going to Neo Tokyo for game 2. We have Chronix with 3 goals, 6 shots, 50% shooting percentage there from Chronix. Nox, 2 goals, 4 shots. Jake from Azure, 2 goals, 4 saves, 2 shots. 100% shooting percentage there from Jake and NASA. Which, I mean, we had that time where they were just scoring goals to get the game back, so. And NASA, 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 shots. Neo Tokyo for game 2. Let me get that there quick. Okay, Neo Tokyo. Okay. Now the game's cooperating. I'd rather that. But, I mean, made things interesting, that's for sure. We have NASA and Nox on the kickoff. Nox is taking to the midfield wall. And that's going towards NASA. NASA tries to get a shot. Chronix getting credited with the save. Nox already taking it back to Azure's side of the field. That's not in. NASA with the save. Chronix sending it back. NASA booming it back to Viper's territory. That's going to go to Chronix, and Jake's going to challenge that as well. NASA's going to take that up the wall. Going to the ceiling. And Nox with that epic save. Chronix scoring the first goal of game 2. Hello, Swoopy. I'm assuming you probably heard what happened in the last game. Vipers are in the lead. 4:10 remaining. Nox sending it to the corner. NASA sending it back to Vipers territory. Nox demos NASA with that space-sized explosion. Acronix, top left, not able to connect. Nox sending it right back to Azur's side. Jake able to take a touch. That's going to go to Acronix on the sidewall though. Nox not able to connect with the ball. Jake's going to take it up the wall. Tries to go for the double. Acronix there for the save. And that's a shot from Nox. We have Jake and Nox on the kickoff. Nox is going to go back, grab that corner boost, and go for the ball. Nox going up the midfield wall. NASA able to boom that back. Acronix connecting with that. Getting another touch. That's going back to Azur's side. Currently we have Vipers in the lead 2-0 in game 2. We had a 5-4 game in game 1 with the Vipers taking the win in OT. NASA sending that. Acronix with the save here. Jake able to backflip into that. Nox gets bumped and Jake gets a touch. Just not on target, unfortunately, for Azure. That's a pass to NASA. NASA sends that in. Top left bins. We have 2-1 now. 2:22 left. Acronix and NASA on the kickoff. Acronix going to send that to Azur's corner. Jake's going to touch it and take it up the wall. Sending it high. Looks like that's going towards Viper's net. Nox able to deny that opportunity. NASA trying to capitalize. Not able to get the double. Jake sends it up high and that's off the post. The pin for Azure. NASA getting bumped by Nox as well. That's going to go up the back corner. Acronix trying to capitalize. Jake doing everything he can to keep it out for Azure. Acronix sends it up high. Jake able to push it right back out. NASA able to get the touch. Looks like Acronix is going to follow that and try and actually does inflict that over Jake. Nox looks like he tries to go for the shot, just hesitates a little bit. NASA with the crazy pinch off the wall. Saved by Acronix. Jake taking it back to Viper's territory. 1 minute remaining. And we have Acronix just trying to take it in. Jake going back to defend. And NASA scores to tie it up. We have another tie game. 48 seconds remaining. Nox and Jake on that kickoff. NASA's gonna follow. Looks like he stops for a second there. Pops it up. Acronix gets the read on it. Acronix taking it to the corner. Jake getting a savior. That would have been a good shot. Up high. Nox taking it to the midfield. NASA trying to get back as fast as he can. Thankfully, Jake is there to help. That's going towards Acronix. Looks like we have Nox trying to get that. That could be... That's not in. NASA with the save. That's going to go up the corner. We are going to have another OT, potentially. We have Game 2 OT now. We have Jake and Nox on the kickoff. NASA setting it up to the midfield. And getting another touch. Chronix booming it to Azure's territory, and that's in. And Vipers take game 2. That brings Vipers to match point for game 3. On the Viper side, we have a Chronix with 2 goals, 1 assist, 6 saves, 6 shots. Nox with 1 goal, 1 assist, 3 saves, 5 shots. Azure, on Azure's side, we have NASA with 2 goals, 4 saves, 9 shots. Jake with 0 goals, 1 assist, 3 saves, 5 shots. And we are taking game 3 to DFH Stadium. Let me get that replay saved. Okay. And we are getting game 3 underway. NASA and Chronix on the kickoff. Looks like Jake's gonna go up the side wall and follows that, takes that to the midfield, gets around Nox, not on target. Could have capitalized on that. Unfortunately, just not able to. NASA goes back. NASA could have taken a touch and got a shot there. Very unfortunate. Chronix sending it right to the corner. Jake not able to connect with the ball. That's gonna go towards Viper's net though. Nox able to send that around. That's back to Jake. And almost a banger of a shot. Nox demoing Jake. Looks like Jake's gonna wait around the front post. And that's gonna be a pinch. The power of friendship. Jake's gonna get the touch. NASA able to get that out of there. Whew, that was close. NASA sending it to the Viper side again. That's up high. Nox pushing it out. Jake's gonna follow. Chronix sending it to the midfield on Azure's side. NASA booming it back out. That's gonna be high. We have Nox defending and sending it to the Viper's corner. Jake's gonna follow. Jake gets bumped by Nox. And up high again. NASA just awkward, unfortunately. That's gonna stay close to the net. Teams just haven't been able to connect their goals, unfortunately. Chronix gets demoed. What a demo from NASA. Definitely avoiding the shot opportunity there because of it. Nox taking it up. We have Chronix waiting back. Jake is going to send that up high. NASA being there for the pass. Taking time with it. We have Jake trying to clear up the net. And it works! That is how the demo strategy works in Rocket League, folks. He didn't even demo, he just bumped. Nox and Jake on that kickoff. That's going to go towards NASA. Chronix pops it up. NASA trying to gain control on that. Chronix gaining another touch. That's going to go up. Nox is going to send it towards Azure's goal. Jake's able to get there. Chronix not able to get the touch. Nox gaining it. Jake's demoed by Chronix. NASA sending it to the midfield. And NASA demos Chronix as well. And bumping Nox. Looks like Jake's gonna go around the corner. Try and get around the Chronix. Looks like he tries to send it up with the shot of the side of the car. That's going towards Azur's net. That's off. Nox is able to get the boost before NASA can. NASA dribbling it down the field. And Chronix able to deny it. Jake turning around. Trying to send it in once again. Nox able to get the denial. That's pass one. Chronix waiting back. .114 left, game 3. Nox is showing us the good ball control. Jake demoing Nox. That's not in. We are seeing Azure come to life. It's going to go to the midfield. Jake able to deny that, even though NASA's dead. Nox able to put that off. Chronix taking it right back. 30 seconds remaining. Chronix dead. NASA off the back wall. And Jake pushing it out. Looks like that's going into the Azure goal, giving it a tied game in game 3. Vipers score. Chronix and NASA on the kickoff. Jake sending it towards NASA. Looks like NASA was backflipping for that boost. 10 seconds. Jake has 10 seconds to do something. And NASA scores! Looks like we will be going to game 4. Unless somehow Vipers manage to come out of this one with a win. Nox taking it towards Azure's side. NASA gaining an extra goal! 0 seconds! Within those 10 seconds, 2 goals. We are going to Utopia Coliseum dusk for game 4. NASA on Azure's side, 3 goals, 2 saves, 6 shots. Jake, 2 assists, 1 save, 4 shots. On Viper's side, we have 1 goal from Chronix, 3 saves, 4 shots. On Nox, and we have 2 saves from Nox. Okay, Utopia Coliseum. Okay. We're looking at a 2-1 series right now. NASA and Chronix on the kickoff. That's going to go towards Viper's net. Nox able to connect with that. But Jake's going to send it right in. 6 seconds in, and we already have a goal from Azure. Jake and Nox on the kickoff. Jake is going to take it to the the Viper side. Nox able to boom that. NASA taking it right around side of the field again. Trying to go around Nox. Nox able to deny it. Chronix booming it back. Jake is jumping to get that touch. And that's going towards NASA. NASA able to push that out. That's going to go around the corner. It's okay. NASA's there. Nox sends it up high. NASA able to get the save. And Jake pushing it out. NASA sending out to the corner. Getting bumped in the air too. Chronix getting the save though. A demo, but that goes in Azure's corner. NASA just taking it back around again. And that's an open net for NASA. We are going to look at a 2-0 game. We could be seeing a reverse sweep here. But let's not cast a curse Azure. Chronix and NASA on the kickoff. Jake taking a touch. Chronix getting bumped. That's going to be sent up way high. Nox sending it in. NASA able to get the save and the savior. Jake trying to get another shot. Just off target there. Jake able to challenge and get the 50. Off the wall. That's going towards Azure's net. Nox is going to take it back and put the pressure back on. Looks like a Chronix is going to try and get it. NASA takes a touch. Nox able to get the save. NASA right to Nox. Nox taking it up the wall. Jake going back and grabbing boost. And waiting to be ready around the front post. That's going to go in for a Chronix. We have a 2-1 game. Vipers score their first goal of game 4. We have Nox and Jake on the kickoff. That's going to roll up the Vipers sidewall. That's going to go towards the Chronix. The Chronix able to get a touch. Able to get there before Jake. Chronix dribbling it in. Looks like the Azure player just wasn't there in the right position. We have a tied up game, 2:37 left. We have been seeing tied up games the entire series. We have Jake and Nox on that kickoff. That's going to go towards NASA and roll up Azure's corner. NASA following out and taking that to the midfield with Chronix sending it right back out. Trying to challenge Jake, but unable to get a touch. Looks like Jake's going to flick it into the net. NASA sending it back. Nox. That's going to roll up the midfield wall. Jake's trying to keep that. There's NASA taking another touch. Chronix booming it out. Jake going to the corner. Nox challenging that. Looks like NASA's going back. That's right over NASA though. Nox gets the shot, tying it up again. Sends it over NASA. Jake and Nox on the kickoff. NASA's going to take a touch in the corner. That's going to go towards Azur's net. Jake barely making there, but still making it there in time. Taking it around the midfield wall. NASA's going to go in the corner, grab that 100, and backflip. Looks like he's challenging Nox on that. Jake's going to kill the ball. Take it up the corner wall. Around 1. We are seeing Jake dribble. That goes and rolls up the wall. And the Chronic sends it right back with a little tap. NASA following it in the corner. Looks like Nox is there waiting though. 105 remaining. Game 4. NASA demoing a Chronix. Nox trying to keep it in that corner. NASA booming it back to the Viper side of the field. That's in. Nox scores. 49 seconds remaining. The question is, can they keep the lead, or are Azure going to come back and tie it up again? Chronix and Ness on the kickoff. That's going high. Nox credited with the savior there as well. Jake trying to get a touch. Nox able to touch it before Jake does. That's going to roll up towards Azure's side. Jake able to try and push it out. NASA's going to be front post. 30 seconds remaining. The Chronix gaining an extra goal for insurance. With the way things are going right now, we could be seeing the series end. Nox and Jake on the kickoff. NASA's going to take that up the midfield wall, pinch that off the wall. That's going to go towards the Chronix. Nox booming it back into Viper's territory. Jake just sending it to the corner. With 10 seconds remaining. That's off target for NASA. And Vipers take the series. Thank you for everyone tuning in. It was a 4-1 series. 3-1 series, my bad. That first game messed me up. No problem, Nox, anytime. 5-3 game in game 4. Definitely tune in tomorrow for more TPES action, and I will be casting on my own channel at Alyssa B Casting. I have like 4 matches I'm casting tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.